Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the Posh Foundation Champions League Challenge. Now, I played quite a lot since the last update, I believe. Um, it's not possible for me to record, every day. I'm trying to do as much as possible, but at the same time, I'm very conscious of the fact that there's going to be people who don't mind jumping from month to month because they want to see this happen quickly. They want to see this sort of condensed. That's why we're doing videos. So today you find us midway through December. We have played 19 games and we're currently sitting 12th in the league. It's not been great. We're doing nowhere near as well as we have done the last 2 seasons. I don't know what's happened. We have just experienced the worst run of form possible. As you can see here, it started off so well. It started off like every other season. We were unbeaten until the end of September. We then lost 2-1 against Sunderland. Our bad run started here. A 3-0 loss to Forest away at home, followed by a 2-0 loss to Stoke, 3-0 to Ipswich, 1-0 to West Ham. We then beat Bristol City at their ground, which was quite a good result, followed by a 1-1 draw against MK Dons. Let me see if I can just add in the formation here. Yes, here we go. So here are the formations that we were using. We were sticking with our 4-2-4, which got us to the playoffs the last couple of seasons. For whatever reason, I don't know, it stopped working. Whether other teams have just adapted and are using different formations now to what they were prior to that. Maybe we played around with the player roles a little bit too much. Individual instructions, I'm not too sure. Either way, no matter what, we went back to the basics, went back to the 4-2-4 from last season. Still wasn't working. So we've had to experiment a little bit with different formations. We've tried a 4-4-1-1 against Ipswich. Didn't quite work. We lost 3-0. We then went to a 4-1-3-1-1. We were playing the striker on one side and the attacking mid slightly to the other side. At first, I thought it was working. A 3-0 win away to Bristol was fantastic. Again, followed by a 1-1 draw against MK Dons. Not the best. And it was a 94th minute goal by Alexi Hino that helped us achieve that point. We then went and lost to Norwich in a game where, do you know what? We deserved to get a point from that. It was a 93rd minute corner. And they scored via a header thanks to Alfie Mawson. So that was a little bit of a kick in the teeth. I then panicked and changed my formation to a 4-4-1-1. We ended up getting absolutely pummeled by Huddersfield, who were in the relegation zone at the time. They beat us 3-1. Just, yeah, a 4-4-1-1 does not work. We saw that with Ipswich. Why I went back to it, I don't know. I should have checked this. We have then played a game against Hull, who were just ahead of us in the league. We have gone to a 4-1-3-2 with a defensive midfielder. And we won 4-1. Now, they did get a red card, so it's too early to say that this tactic is the way forwards. But we played very well. Despite having an extra player, we did play really, really good football. We changed the team a lot. We had the likes of Dembele came back into the team after a spell out. Zidane Iqbal started in central midfield. Harrison Burrows has been playing on the left-hand side, doing very well after wanting more game time. And Cargbo and Ricky J. Jones seem to recapture their goal-scoring form. So today, I'm going to bring you the Bournemouth and Preston game. Now, Bournemouth and Preston. Bournemouth having a very good season, currently sitting in second place. So that's going to be tricky. You then play Preston, who again are doing okay this season. They're sort of lying just outside the playoff places in ninth, having only lost. They've lost 6 games this season. Drawn for 1-9. So we've got a challenge in our hands. Should we beat those two? And all of a sudden we can begin to close that gap between us and the playoff places. That is my personal goal. Our actual goal this season, I think, it's just to finish mid-table. What am I looking at? Club Vision. Nope, it's not there. Is it competitions? Competitions? Ah, there we go. Board expectation mid-table. So we're bang on that. We're 12th. We are bang on mid-table. My personal goal is to try and hit the playoffs for a third season in a row, and maybe get promoted. I don't think we're good enough this season, and I've been trying to I've been trying to sort of comprehend what's changed so much. I think I've just got rid of a lot of players. I got rid of a lot of players who weren't great, but they did add and give us that little bit of depth. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe I've trimmed the squad too far back. One thing I have been doing recently is giving a little bit more game time to some of the youngsters who look fantastic. The main worry I have right now is some of my key players like Leif Davis at left back and Ibrahim Kogbo. They are being touted by other clubs now. They're worth quite a bit of money, so we will get, if they are to leave, we will get a solid fee. But that is something we're going to have to begin to plan for in the future. Now, we're going to get straight into this game against Bournemouth, and I want to play a similar lineup to what we did last time. Is this the lineup we played last time? I think it is. Okay, so let's just have a look. Tiredness is a factor. Both Kogbo and Jones are absolutely knackered. So we are going to have to play Hino as he advances forward. And I think it's going to have to be Corness. Corness is going to come in, our youngster. This guy, very, very good. Great potential. He's currently 2 stars at 18 years of age. He's got 20 aggression, so he's a very angry young man. Reminds me of a certain Anthony Prosper from our Housestead Town save last year. And he's also really fast, 15 pace at 18 years of age. He could be something special. So I want to try and give him a few more games this season. We'll get them in. Who else needs to come out? Davis looking a little bit tired. I think... we've got Myhill. We've got Myhill. Do we play Myhill there? I don't think we do. I think we're going to be sensible. And I'm actually going to play Masatau there and bring in McNamara at right back. Defensive partnership, we're going to keep that. Roberts and Nielsen worked quite well together last game. That's something we've not been able to solidify this season, is a strong centre-back partner. We've got so many good individual centre-backs. Cometio, awesome, from Newcastle on loan. We've got Roberts. We've got Kent from last year. Edwards. It hasn't happened. Not happened. Who else needs to go out and come in? Burrows is looking a little bit tired as well. So potentially Carnu, I'm thinking. Choi is also on his way back. Only 45 minutes recommended. We'll get Carnu in. Play him as a winger on support. And we can put Burrows on the bench. Now, we don't have a recognised striker on the bench, do we? I think we're going to have to put Kogbo on the bench. Kogbo on. We'll get rid of... Henderson has not been great. We'll take Henderson off the bench. I've just realised I've got a lot of defenders right now on the bench, which we don't need. We'll give Leif Davis a rest, and we'll put Rogan on the bench, because I'm pretty sure Rogan can play the DM role. Oh, he can. I thought he could. Huh. Okay, in that case, we're going to put Charlie O'Connell on the bench. He is one of our youngsters we called up to the senior squad due to injury to our other players. We're going to get him on the bench, and he might have a role to play in this game. And that is how we're going to line up. Backman, McNamara, Nielsen, Roberts, Masatau, Edwards, Carnu, Iqbal and Dembele across the middle, Corness and Hino up top. Let's see how this game goes. Ooh. Nervous. This is a big game for us. Currently sitting second. They're a point behind West Ham as things stand. So they are looking to go back up to the Premier League this season. They've got a very decent squad as well. They've got Victor Lindelof playing for them. That's a bit odd. Lindelof, they've got Solanke, Pereira, which Which Pereira is that? It's Andreas Pereira. They've got Andreas Pereira, so a bit of a Manchester United B team going on here. Who have they got in goal? I can't quite see who that is. Mark Travers. Oh, I'm not familiar with that name. So we're heading towards towards half time. It's fair to say that it's been all Bournemouth. However, they've had no clear-cut chances, no half chances. So I'd say we're doing pretty well. As things stands, I would take a point. A point away to Bournemouth is a fantastic point. Half time, Carnu Nielsen on a yellow card. I'm going to say, I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. There's a couple of players underperforming. Carnu's on a 6-3. Pino a 6-4. Masatau a 6-4. So we'll just keep an eye on them as the second half kicks off. There's been 0 highlights, which I guess is a good thing in terms of not losing. I've just noticed that Bournemouth also have Dennis Zakaria. What? I've also just noticed that Palace got him on a free transfer as well. That must have been when his contract ran out in the summer. We have a highlight. We've got a highlight. The ball launched forward towards Iqbal, who knocks it on, looking for Kunes, but is unable to find him. And Bournemouth now with a chance to play out to the wings, but McNamara cuts that out. I love him. Pino knocks it to Kunes. Lovely first touch. Looking for a ball for Carnu. Carnu shoots and Travers saves it. Oh, we should have put it away. At least challenge the keeper in that situation. It's not good enough from Carnu. I think he might be the first person we take off. You know what? We're going to do that now. We're going to bring on Harrison Burrows in that winger role. We're going to keep him on support. I don't want to change anything. I feel like we're having the better of the game. The XG, not too... I mean, they're on a 0.89 XG. They're on a 2. Let's just hold that thought, though, as they have a throw-in. Pereira, Zakaria, edge of the box, shoots, and it's in the back of the net. That's what Dennis Zakaria can do. That's why United want him in real life right now. That's why I want him. Goodbye, Fred. Get Zakaria in. Oh. It's not looking good. I'm going to encourage the boys again. It's such a shame because we've played okay. That's their first... It's not even a clear-cut chance. Just a shot from outside the box. And the ball comes in. Solanke heads it against the bar. Masatau clears. And for now, the danger is averted. I think it's time to make another sub. Who do we... I think we're going to bring Cargbo on for Hino. He's not had a great game. Cargbo on. Dembele as well has been awful. Absolutely awful. But we've got no one. We could put Satao there. We'll do that. That's not Satao, that's McNamara. And then bring on... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Masatau there as a winger. Roberts left back. Muller, Kimetio centre back. Boom. Done it. There's another highlight in play, and it's for Bournemouth. Bernardo plays it back to Savarino, to Cook. Back to Savarino. Edge of the box, shoots, scores. Oh, we've just not got as good a squad as them. We've got a lot. I think what I've done, I've invested quite heavily in the youth. I've been maybe placed too much faith in some of these youth players, and it's coming back to bite us right now. Encourage the team. Let's play direct, got higher tempo, out of possession, higher up the pitch. We're going to stick to cautious because that's the style of play that we're looking at doing. Sucking the ball in and pumping it out. But as the minutes dwindle, it doesn't look like we're going to get back into this game. 5 minutes left. I'm actually going to push Burrows forwards. Yeah, yeah, just Burrows forwards, and we'll get Roberts on attack just to fill that space a little bit. See if that makes a difference. 5 minutes left to play. And we do have a highlight. McNamara to Kunes. If we score here, I mean, maybe it makes it a little bit more interesting. It's a nowhere ball. And I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce that guy's name in centre back. What is that name? Oh my life! There's not a chance. Not a chance. Bournemouth playing some good stuff. We just cannot get the ball off them. Solanke plays it to Cook. Back to... Nope, not doing it. McNamara's cut it out. Iqbal. Satao. Cargbo. Go on, Cargbo. Shoots from range. It's just over the bar, over the post. Bar. I got it right the first time. Losing my mind. Losing my mind with this save right now. I want to know what it's like to be on a winning run. 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's not been a good day. And as things stand, we are 10 points off the playoff places. And that is a big gap in the championship as well. You know, it's going to be tough to get back. We were missing some key players. Let's not be too hard on ourselves. We were missing Jones. We couldn't start Burrows, who's been in amazing form. Who else did we not start? We couldn't start Davis, who again has been one of our standout players. Let's move on to Preston. So I just wanted to show you the state of affairs with regards to our finance. It's not great. We have been spending over the wage budget. As you can see, we've been dipping below our budget. I've just adjusted the budget, so now we are just... Sorry, did I say spending under our budget? Over our budget. We're now under our budget by about 30 quid. It's not, you know, it's not ideal. 20 quid. We've got 28,000 transfer budget as well. We probably are going to have to look at selling a couple of players. There's no way we're going to be able to do any business without doing that. I mean, at the moment, you know, what I tend to do when the January transfer window comes around, I'll look at who's been playing and who's not been playing, first and foremost. The players that, you know, have got less than 5 games played for me, I know I'm probably not going to use them again this season. So already I can look at this and I look at the likes of Ellis Chapman, prime candidate for being sold. He's not someone we've used. When he has been used, he's done okay. He's got a 6.7 rating. That is bang average, in my opinion. So he's someone that we can look to sell on. I try to steer clear of the youngsters. I give them a little bit of slack, and I know as well that I've not used them as much as I could, and that's something that I'm going to look to change. Now, other players that we haven't used much of, Choi, he's had a long time out injured. When he has played, he's not been great. So is it time to move on Choi? Possibly. 2.5 star. He's 29 years of age. He's not going to improve any more than he is. In fact, he is beginning to decline in certain areas. His dribbling and pace is declined considerably. Carlos Ziga is one that I probably want to move on as well. He's not developed like I thought he would. And then, you know, we'll see what other options we get. Honestly, Frankie Kent could be one that we look to move on. His value is pretty high as well. We could get about £7 million for Frankie Kent, and that could be put into other areas of the squad that's needed. So I think it's going to be a very interesting January transfer window. Of course, we will be bringing you an update video, whether it's like a live... I would like to do like a live deadline day. Depends how my schedule works. If I'm able to do it at that point, then we will. If not, then I will just do a transfer update like I did with the summer. As we just set these guys to play till they're match fit. One thing I want to know, for those of you obviously watching these videos, when it comes to setting players for your under 23s, do you do what I just did and just allow anyone who's not match fit to play the full 90 for the under 23s? Do you do it manually? Do you? I don't know. Let me know what you do in the comments. I'd love to know. Boom. Here is the team for today's match against Preston. Backman, Masatau, Kumetio, Roberts, and Davis are our back line. We've got Edwards playing that ball-winning midfield role. We've got Burrows, Iqbal, and Dembele across that middle three. Cargbo and Jones up top. So back to what at the moment is considered our probably strongest 11. It's a shame because we've got some other players well informed. Rogan is doing really well at the moment, but I can't justify playing him over the other two centre backs right now. Muller again, Hino again. I can't really justify playing Hino ahead of Cargbo or Jones, considering how good they are. Yeah, this is the team we're going to go with. Hopefully, we can get a result. I would love to win this game. I don't think Preston are a team that we should be losing to, really, if you think about our form over the last two seasons. So let's hope we can get a result here. I've actually switched to this screen. If you're unsure how I'm getting this, I think you can obviously customize the tablet yourself. I'm using the Zealand skin, so this is just one of the options that I've got. And it just allows a little bit more analysis as the game is going. So we can obviously look at our shot map, how we're doing with shots on goal. As you can see, we've had a couple of shots off target, outside the area, edge. We've had a shot blocked by Burrows here, and we've had a shot saved by Cargbo inside the box. We've got a nice heat map here. I've actually tried to focus play down the right a little more because we weren't seeing any movement here. We're getting a lot of the ball on the left-hand side, and we seem to be drawn out to that left-hand side. XG stat is looking pretty similar right now, although Preston have just gone quite high, quite far ahead of us in terms of XG. But it's pretty cool to see that sometimes it sometimes gives you a little bit more information as to how the game is actually going, rather than just looking at, Preston have had 13 shots. They're obviously doing better. Actually, they're not doing that much better. Half time, it's 0-0. Nothing. There's been no highlights again. Kumetio with a yellow card. I'm not quite sure we have been a better team. I'm just going to psych everyone up a little bit. I don't do this enough. Again, this is something you guys do. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you do individual team talks? Do you find them to be effective? As we start the second half. Again, we're going to keep on this analysis screen. I do really like it. We're still not doing much down the right-hand side, which concerns me. I have asked us to focus play down there, and it's not really happened. Now, this is the dilemma that I face. Do I focus play down the left because that is where we are having most of the ball, or do I try and focus play down the right? Now, if we look at Preston's heat map, they're all over, really. It's maybe through the middle, there's a little bit of space. So maybe we can try to exploit that. Let's try it. Look to exploit that space down the middle. They are leaving. They're having a lot of joy down the right-hand side. 60 minutes gone. We're going to go ahead and encourage the team again. XG-wise, the teams are so close. It's difficult. We have our first highlight of the game in the 65th minute. And it is us on the ball for now. Edwards looking for a diagonal to Burrows, who does win the ball from Olasunde, who's missed it. He crossed the ball to no one. I think both teams are wearing blue, and Burrows has obviously got confused as to which shade of blue that his team is wearing. It's the lighter blue, Burrows, lighter blue. And now Preston can come forwards with the ball. Whiteman over the top looking for a dozy. Masatau. Don't make that mistake again, Masatau. We saw that. Story to Whiteman. Morris. Back to Whiteman. Ball over the top for Evans. He looked offside to me, but the flag's not gone up. It's a goal kick. Did look offside. Do I think about making changes now? I think I do. We're sort of easing off a little bit. Let's... Dembele, not been great. Let's bring on Kanu on that right-hand side as a winger. Maybe switch to a balanced style of play? No, we'll stand cautious. We'll stand cautious. It's working for now. I am going to try and focus play down that right-hand side again. And out of possession, in transition, we're going to distribute to the right. And try and attack it just a little bit more than we have been. It's been non-existent. We've not been there, which shows how effective Dembele was in the early stages of this game. 15 minutes left to play. We're going to get Henderson on for Iqbal. And then it might be that we bring on Hino for one of the forwards in the final 10. We're going to switch to balanced in the final 10. Encourage the team again. And bring on Hino. And he plays a deep line forward. He can indeed. I'll take a draw. It's not... I'll take anything other than a loss at the moment. Can't encourage the team any more than we are. Instructions. We're going to go a little bit more direct, up the tempo. I'm going to ask my attackers just to get further forwards. Maybe we can pump it long to them as well. And we'll look to go positive as well. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Can we find a winner? Doesn't look like we're going to do it. Doesn't look like we're going to do it. It looks like it's going to be a 0-0 draw. There's a corner. Please show us. Oh, I thought it was going to show us the corner. 0-0 against Preston. It's just typical. The 2 games I picked to record, there's maybe about 5 highlights from both of them. I'm going to say we didn't play as well as we could, but I'm happy with the result. I think that's a fair assessment. And we finished this episode sitting 12th in the league still. 12th in the league. We are now 11 points off the playoffs. So it's not been great. I really hope we can start to turn things around. The January transfer window is going to be huge for us, potentially. We might see quite a bit of movement. Of course, I'll keep you guys up to date. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. And don't forget to go follow me on Twitter for all updates, including this. I'm updating on there constantly, so you can get a little sneak peek as to what's going on before any episodes come out on my YouTube channel. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.